What's up, Infected, and welcome to the Kwarenteen. Today I'm going to be taking a look at a game by the name of Emergence. Now I'm pretty sure you can't see the letters on the box, but that's okay. Thematically, Emergence is a game where the AI have taken over the planet, and then a small resistance cell of humans are trying to take the planet back and bring down the AI. And that's the theme of the game. Mechanics-wise, it is a hidden traitor game, with the traitors being the humans. And you're going to be moving around the board trying to collect these cubes and turning them into tokens, and then take those tokens and give them to your team secretly, and you're trying to get your team to reach your quota of coins before the opponent. And I know that didn't make a whole lot of sense, so let's just go over to the overview. In Emergence, the players are going to create the map pretty much however they choose. The map is a modular board and allows you to build it based on pre-existing designs, or you can make up your own. Players in Emergence will simultaneously choose their action by placing their augmentation chip on one of the 6 actions. Then, in turn order, you will proceed to execute them. Now, it's very important to note that your augment chip has a biomechanical and an electromechanical augment, so depending on which one is going to change your actions. For example, if I were to activate using an electromechanical and I were to move onto here, I would then get to activate this tile, taking this cube. But if I activated it with green, I would not be able to activate the blue tile. After all players place down their action with their augment side face up, in turn order, they will get one move, and then they will do whatever their action was. So in this example, I would move onto here and then activate this green, allowing me to take this green data token, or data cube. And then the same thing would proceed in a clockwise fashion. However, table talk is fully allowed, and you're allowed to discuss which augment that you'll be placing down. The reason for this will be because in order for a player to move on to my space, we have to share the same augment. However, if the last data cube is ever removed off of the board, the humans immediately win. During the frantic struggle, the AI players are also trying to replenish the cubes back on the board to ensure that doesn't happen. All the while trying to still get tokens to add to the ballot box to make sure the humans don't reach their objective before the AI do. This will either be done by maybe spying on one of the players to see what allegiance they have, or maybe moving adjacent to them, trying to strategize and exterminating them completely, stealing all of their cubes and tokens and sending them back to the start, delaying them. After a vote is called, the first team to reach their required number of data tokens wins the game. Alright, Emergence. Well, the first thing I noticed when this was sent to me is the aesthetic design. It feels very clean and very sterile, and I love that. There's a lot of white, like a lot of the letters are also white but shiny, like the Emergence text on the box, and it goes a long way in really giving you the feel of, you know, it's now a computer-run world and everything's clean, and it's really cool. I like that. That mixed with the beautiful insert that the game has, I really appreciate a good insert with a game. You know, an insert isn't going to make or break a game. Fantasy Flight, I have owned lots of their games and their inserts are trash. But I definitely have to give credit where credit's due when it comes to a really nice insert. This one is really well done. On top of that, the game, there's not a lot of downtime. You know, the turns go around in a fairly quick manner, and it's very simple. And the little mechanic where you're trying to think, okay, do I want to do green or do I want to blue? What do I need to do? What are they gonna do? If they're gonna act before me, so if they move in there, it might stop me and blah, blah, blah. So you're trying to sit there and, you know, think to yourself, and then everybody, 3, 2, 1, and everybody puts the token down. And it's a pretty cool system. It can be exploited a little bit, but it is still a pretty cool system. but the game has some pretty big flaws. So if you know me, you know I love Battlestar Galactica. It's my favorite hidden trader game, and every game of it, I've probably played it about 100 or so times. Every game of it just feels tense and close, and you're stressing out the whole time. You're trying to figure out who the traitors are, and much like this game, there's not a lot of downtime. Everybody's usually involved. The turns go around fairly quick. But here's the kicker. In Battlestar Galactica, you have a crisis that you deal with every single player turn, which keeps everybody at the edge of their seat, and you're stressing out over everything, and you're freaking out because the smallest thing that goes wrong could just tank it. There's nothing like that in this game, and that's probably the biggest problem with it. While the turns again go fairly quick, the actual gameplay, because there's nothing pressing like a crisis, the game just feels slow and kind of dull, and the only time it ever ramps up is one of two times. If you know who the human or humans are, and they have a bunch of coins and they can easily win, you just kind of hope that you can outsmart them and get into an adjacent space and have the opposite augment and kill one of them, so that way you can steal all their stuff and so on and so forth. So that's really the only time it ever gets tense, is that, or when you don't know who the humans are and it's basically going to be the last vote. Both sides are really close to victory, and you've got to figure out who is going to put tokens in and who you're going to kill. The only time the game ever gets tense and stressful is at the very, very end of the game, and even then, where the rest of the game was kind of dull and it doesn't even ramp up that much. It's just like, well, who are we gonna kill? We looked at, I looked at them too. They're loyal, so it's got to be one of those, or so on and so forth. It never really reaches a good peak. It just kind of is mediocre most of the game. Another flaw that the game has is, after I think 2 or 3 games, we noticed a strategy. And that strategy is basically the blob strategy. And what it is basically everybody moves in one blob, on the same space. Everybody just replenishes. One person picks up a cube. You go up. Once you have enough to get 3 or 4 cubes, you go up, exchange it for tokens, then you move down and put those tokens in. If any tokens wind up in the human side, that person is a human. So you just don't let them pick up, and you keep killing them or whatever. And granted, it's a slow and even more boring game, but that is a winning strategy, that you can 100% make sure the AI win, or at least narrow out the humans. Now, of course, everybody's not going to play like that, and it's a dumb way to play. But the fact that it can be exploited that easily kind of is a problem. Now, the final little gripe that I have with the game is this box. While it's a really cool mechanism, and I actually really, really like this, the problem is, if I put tokens in the human side, because I am a human and I'm trying to bring the downfall of our AI overlords, and I hand this to the next player, without even moving this that much, just the action of putting it under the table, you can clearly feel that there are tokens in that human side. So even if me as a human, I'm going to be crafty, I'm going to put a couple over here in the AI side, they can still feel that there are tokens in there by accident. That's just getting it from the next player and putting it under the table so you can secretly put your tokens in. You can clearly feel that there are tokens in the human side, so you now know that player is the human. So basically it means, as a human, you just never want to initiate that vote, which is another little way to go, okay, well, they never want to try to get tokens. They're down there. Why don't they do it? So it's a really cool mechanism, but it has a really big design flaw, unfortunately. Alright, overall, I cannot recommend Emergence, because there's games out there like Battlestar Galactica and Shadows of a Camelot and Dead of Winter, or if you're wanting a lighter, faster hidden trader game like Dark Moon, they all do the job way, way better than Emergence does, because they stay stressful consistently. They stay tense. They dial it up to 11. The best that Emergence does is it maybe dials it up to 5, and that's it. Until the very, very end, it never really gets tense and it never really gets stressful, which is a shame because I really wanted to like Emergence. There's a lot going on here. There's a lot that the game does that's really neat. It's just never really executes it well. Maybe an expansion in the future that maybe adds, you know, some kind of crises or something like that to up the tension level, that might fix it. But as it stands now, I cannot recommend Emergence at all. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you guys next time in the Kwarenteen.